Alright, welcome back. This is the round 4 Imola practice session. Practice session means 13 laps, continuous 13 laps around the track without going to the pits unless it's malfunction. So yeah, car setup, we're only gonna set up the fuel load from 36 to 13 laps. And we're gonna start the session. Let's go. Okay, let's see how fast I can be on the first 13 laps. Yeah, the car setup is very minimal. A lot of car settings are actually integrated together, like for example suspension. Suspension dictates several things, but the counter is in percentage, so...
It's incredible! These drivers are controlling the car about half the weight of a minute, and these things can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds.
Also, you have to consider the fact that all of this have to be fit in one 700 meg disc.
With the 107% rule of the past couple of years, we're seeing that the
so I would say that for 97 they already fit as much as they could.
Sure they can do competitive time. This means that the gap between the qualifying time from the front to the back of the grid is now much less.
The sky's beginning to darken, and if I look up from the commentary box, I am definitely
taking some of the corners too late, so I need to fix that.
Normally, motor racing, driving a car right to its limit, is very much a skill from the head, not from the heart. But out on the track today, we're seeing some really passionate performances. He's already behind his best time at Intermediate 1.
And if the rain is gonna happen during the practice session, that's actually also pretty good, because it's gonna allow me to practice this track during the rain.
5th gear. 6th gear. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
To be quite fair, throughout the entire Imola race, I wanted to be always sunny. Like, I want really for it to be sunny all the times. This track deserves to have a one fully sunny race. Also, driving in sun is much faster. USL is having over and under steering options. Yeah, like the camber and everything like that. Anything that's responsible for grip.
He's up after the second split. into third.
Almost beating my
Team will be
personal
pleased
best.
with the
I know
car
I can
setup
do this.
today. He's improved on his best practice time.
I know I can beat my personal best.
The front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
Fifth gear. He's already faster than his previous best at the first split.
Hey, Crunch. Yeah, this game is will be a very bad horror FPS. Not enough nanosuit points.
This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split. His practice
There we
lap
go.
times are coming down now.
Your lap times are coming down.
Thanks for the info. I definitely needed that information to get blasted right in front, right in my ear. Okay, I'm not expecting.
He's already
Yeah,
behind his best time at intermediate one.
we are not beating We are not getting better time from this lap. At least I can practice some things, get a better feeling of the track.
And if I check how he compares with his previous best lap, that's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best. Down into second. Up into third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth gear.
Yeah, it might be raining during this practice session. To be quite honest, if it was starting raining during the qualifying, I would have to like quit on the qualifying session, because the best laps that you can put on when it comes to this game are on a dry surface.
He's down at the first split.
Okay, I don't know when I lost that time, but that's okay. Okay, that was a little bit too close to the curb. In a matter of fact, I have lost the control there for a second.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector. Fifth, he's already behind at the first split.
I don't know how I managed to get that time. Absolutely no clue.
Fifth gear.
I know one thing, the weather is changing. Okay, too fast. I need to brake. I need to brake a little bit before that corner. Was really hoping that I can just, you know, get enough speed and keep enough grip so I can just slide into that corner. No, it doesn't work that way.
One of the problems the drivers have to contend with is visibility. Their visors get very dirty out on the track. Every 5 laps or so, they'll need to give it a wipe to keep it clear with the back of their glove or their sleeve.
Yeah, that also did not work.
When it gets really difficult to see, they can peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
He's already behind at the first split. Third gear. Up into fourth. Fifth gear. Sixth. He's down at the second split.
This rain will undoubtedly cause some problems for the drivers if it continues.
And it's a good first split time.
Only 125 hundredths of a second better.
This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split.
Now that looks promising.
One thing we might see this year is drivers.
It
having
was promising.
problems
I
with
think I
cramp.
screwed it up over
All
here.
The teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more.
Personal
Second gear,
record is still
third
beaten,
gear,
so doesn't
up
really
into
matter,
fourth,
but
fifth gear,
it
sixth
was a
gear,
good opportunity
down into
wasted
second.
to... It was a wasted opportunity
This
to
year,
get
all the
even a
teams
better
have lowered
lap
the
time.
driving seat to try and combat the turbulence caused by the driver's helmet, which reduces the efficiency of the air intake into the engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to the lower centre of gravity.
This looks like a slower lap. He's down at split one.
Yeah, and start to rain. I can see from the tires. I mean, the raindrops is an obvious indication, but I can see from the tires that I might need to go to the pit stop soon-ish. Unless the weather's gonna be like, oh, okay, I can stop raining right now. Yeah.
He's down at the second split. An interesting point to note is that both Williams and Jordan, two of the great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes.
Yeah, not this lap. On low fuel, we're gonna go to the pits and we're gonna end the practice session there. Then we're gonna move.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
He's already behind at the first
Well, this one
split.
I have no other choice but to go for the wet tires. But with the wet weather, that's actually gonna give me an opportunity to learn this track and how to behave on it during the rainy weather as well.
Fourth, third.
Because I'm pretty sure
down
not
into
every
second,
corner is gonna be
down
able
into
to be
first,
you know, taking the way I'm taking right now. Like, for example, this small little baby chicane over here.
That's down on his previous
I should take it just full gas, just eat the curb, just go through it. On the wet weather, I'm gonna have to intentionally slow down so I don't fall out of the track.
It'll be interesting to see how this stop compares with other teams. Watch the time as he comes in.
Still got around 2-3 laps. It's gonna be enough to practice.
Until it's perfect.
He's on a fresh set of tyres, which means that
Not gonna beat
for a
my
while at least,
not
he'll have
gonna
something
beat
of
my
a time
personal
advantage
record
over the other car.
during wet conditions,
Track
but
is very
it
wet,
doesn't
which
matter.
Of course means that all of the teams should be using wet tyres for extra grip. Even
Also,
so,
one thing.
They will be wheel spinning through first gear up to about 85 miles per hour.
Maybe I should
through
let
second
Martin
gear to around
to finish his
120 miles per hour,
dialogue.
and even up to 130 or 140 in third gear.
Also, other thing, I'm gonna have to remember
This looks like a slower lap.
which
He's
tracks
down
I
at
have
split
not
one.
finished due to like which races I have not finished due to severe malfunctions, so later I can just repeat them for the heck of it.
I'm looking at his previous times now. He's down at the second split. The rain's absolutely lashing down on the track. Driving conditions are getting worse all the time. Second gear.
Yeah, while it's raining,
Down
I'm
into
actually
second.
slower by like over almost half a minute slower.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far. He's already behind at the first split.
One unique feature of the Stewart car design is the high side pods on the car and the large turning vane, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grill during the normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
When you're driving a Formula One car, you cannot be tense. You're strapped in, you feel every movement, you're part of the car, and if you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit
It's
more.
full on storm right
you
now.
must relax and let the car do the work.
And if I check how he compares with his previous best lap, this looks like a slower lap. He's down at split 1.
Fuel's getting low. Get ready to come in.
Yep, going to the pits right now.
Third. Down into second. Up into third. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best. up into 6th.
It'll be interesting to see how this stop compares with other teams. Watch the time as he comes.
Yeah, we're gonna end the practice session here. We're gonna turn to car setup. And I'm gonna give shout out to Crunch now. Because I was waiting for the practice session basically end, because driving and typing, that's pretty much a recipe for disaster. This also allows me to drink some tea. Yeah, managed to get 1 minute and 16 and 685. So yeah, qualify session. The same situation, 13 laps, and I'm pitting every 4 laps just to compare my time with everybody else's time, see where it's gonna land on the grid for the incoming race. Let me just check if I... Yeah, 13 laps. Alright, let's go. I think the camera have fallen down a little bit. Just a tiny bit, but still. Here we go. Audio back on.
Go!
For now, we are enjoying the dry weather, and let's hope that's gonna stay that way for at least the first 4 laps. I would love for the weather to stay dry all the time while I'm in Imola. This racetrack is so great to drive while you are on the slick, and everything is dry and just very comfortable. Don't mind driving during like rainy or stormy conditions. I just prefer for this track to be in...
Front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded
to be in the sunny
end plate,
weather
so they can
at all
stand a
times.
much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
Same kind of when it comes to Monaco. Monaco in rain is awful. It's just horrible to drive.
The weather's getting overcast now. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Oh, of course I jinxed it.
That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today. He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2. It's not enough to be lucky, you've got to be good. And he is that. Down into 2nd, 3rd gear, up into 4th, 5th gear, 6th.
Oh, really? That was the worst lap? Fine. Okay. Let's play it your way then.
see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today.
And now we got a guy right in front of my face. A guy that is definitely slower. And not gonna really allow me to overtake him. It's one of the Ferraris. Because I can recognize that red shape, those red colors anywhere.
He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
Yeah. There goes the lap record. Oh, now you get to the pit stop, asshole. Thank you. Oh well. Let's try on this lap. Oh, I actually cannot. Because it's a lap number 4, so I need to go to the pits and compare my time with everybody else's. Oh well, I'm gonna try to beat my own personal record on the second, third.
That first split time is actually faster than the current fastest qualifying lap. Up into 6th. Third gear. He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Yeah, there goes the second amateur. Well, okay, that arrogance is absolutely unnecessary from me. And before the guy that's right in front of me, it's Hakkinen. Whoa, yeah. I mean, I'm going to the pits anyway, so doesn't really matter. I guess the karma. I would say that this was karma, like legitimate karma. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the light, and this is my chance to drink some tea. I'm actually already scoring 3 seconds faster than Michael Schumacher, which is currently my biggest adversary, considering the Buenos Aires race. During Buenos Aires race, Michael Schumacher was leading for pretty much the almost entire race with almost 20 seconds of the leadership. But a random weather changes, the constant weather changes, and the refueling basically forced him to go to the pits much more often. So basically what had happened on the last 10 laps of Buenos Aires, as Michael Schumacher was going out from the pits, I just ran right past him, and I managed to gain that lead. And by some miracle, last 10 laps, I managed to gain plus 20 seconds. So that was absolutely brilliant. But okay, got a little bit of a drink. That's already done. Yeah, I need to get a better time than 1:17 because this is just embarrassing. Next pit stop at lap 8. And the weather conditions are actually changing for the worst. So this might be... That might be my last 4 laps when it comes to the qualifying session.
He's down at the third split. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2. Down into second. Down into first. Second. Up into third. Up into fourth. Fifth gear. Sixth.
Alright, let's try to get that best time. Mission.
One thing we might see
get
this
below
year
1
is
minute and
drivers having
17.
problems with
The
cramp.
most desirable
All
time
the
would be
teams
1
have
minute
followed
16,
Williams'
but
lead from
I don't know.
last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back.
Already
with their
1
feet
second of the lead
raised
over my
That's
best
the
time.
fastest time over the first sector we've seen
So
today.
there's definitely a significant chance if I'm not gonna blow it.
He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
Still 1 second, so we might actually correct it right before it's gonna start raining, so this might be possibly my only chance to do it.
Beautiful.
There we go.
That was a brilliant lap and puts him on provisional pole.
Pretty much 117, but
There's a light drizzle beginning to come down now. 6th gear.
maybe if I'm gonna push it, and if the weather is gonna be merciful enough,
5th gear. He's down at the first split.
nope, nope. Already went into the grass, so I'm not gonna be able to correct it. Then again, who knows, weather might actually change for the better.
That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
One of the Prosts in front of me. Yeah, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as I did with the, I think it was one of the Ferraris. On this lap I need to pit anyway, just to compare my time with everybody else's.
Well,
never
nothing
mind.
seems to have gone right for him. He's out of the race.
Get on the grass so nobody have to deal
This could be a
with my
disastrous
wrecked ass, but
combination if it keeps
yeah, at least we managed to get the best time. I managed to get a better time on the second third of the qualifying session, so not bad at all. Wish I could do better though. Hey, look at that. I'm actually still finished on the first on the grid. Right behind me is Schumacher with plus 1 second. So if I did not, if by some miracle I would not correct my time, I would probably land second or even maybe third. Depends on depends how the time. But yeah, Schumacher is second. Berger is on third place, which he in Buenos Aires was basically invisible. Hakkinen is on fourth. Irvine is on fifth, and Frentzen have managed to gain the sixth position during the race. Okay, so let me just check really quickly the spreadsheet of the laps. So Imola has 63 laps. That means we are going for 32 laps of fuel, one-stop strategy. One-stop strategy, and that's it. Alright, the car is set up. It's time to start the race.
Welcome to the Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari, named in honor of the father and son who founded probably the most famous sports car manufacturers in the world, and home of the San Marino Grand Prix. This circuit is set in some of the most beautiful Italian countryside, and it's got perhaps the most passionate crowd of any in the Grand Prix calendar. However, since the introduction of the new chicanes for safety reasons, it's really become less of a driver's circuit.
Yeah, in 97, this would be a race when Gerhard Berger would have his 200th race that he ended very, very quickly too. I think he ended the race like on the very first 10 laps of 10 laps, and that's it.
The drivers are getting ready for the start. They're lined up on the grid. When the last red light goes out, the race starts. Go! Streaming down to the first corner.
Started first, gonna finish first, assuming nothing is gonna happen. It was a very good start. Schumacher for some reason decided to take me on the left, on the right side of the track, while right at the beginning, instead of taking me on the left side. He probably couldn't. He would probably crash into somebody. But on the left side, he had much more open area to overtake me.
We're into the second lap. Race order. In first place, Williams #1. In second place, Michael Schumacher. Third, Gerhard Berger. In fourth, Mika Hakkinen. In fifth place, Eddie Irvine. Sixth, Heinz Harald Frentzen.
I can only hope that Frentzen is actually gonna advance in the final position. Having 1 point for the team is nice. Having more than one is actually better.
Into lap 3.
I also have noticed that any serious malfunction like the fuel line is only happening to us during like practice or qualifying sessions. We managed to get like 3 races in a row, 3 victories too, which I'm very happy about. Hopefully I managed to get the 4th one as well. Already gained over almost 7-second leadership over Schumacher.
It does look as if the weather may be changing for the worse, if those clouds are anything to go by.
I do not allow for the weather to change, okay? I do not allow that. I want Imola to be sunny. The entire race in sun. Okay, video game? Come on, let's do it like that.
front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate so they can stand a much lesser chance.
And there's some kind of crashing happening in the back.
The yellow flags are
Yep,
being
at least
waved
two
by
cars
the
have managed to
marshals.
crash with each
That's a
other.
warning. Some kind of accident.
Yes, Murray. The
Don't
yellow
know
flag,
when,
of course,
don't know
means that
where.
The drivers should slow down and must not overtake.
The race is underway again. The green flags are out.
But definitely happened. There's a huge chance that somebody have lost the front or the rear wing as well and is gonna get to the pits. And that might be the first lapped player as well. First lapped driver.
Race order. In first place, Williams #1. Second, Michael Schumacher. In third place, Gerhard Berger. Fourth, Heinz Harald Frentzen.
Frentzen have moved to the 4th place,
In
nice.
fifth position, Eddie Irvine. In sixth position, Mika Häkkinen.
Okay, I have not heard Schumacher throughout the entire top 6. I think it was him who got into an accident. Or maybe no, he's actually on the 2nd place from what I can see over here. Hey Gadsden. Dude, you have missed such a great race in Buenos Aires. I mean, great. It was chaos, man. It was an absolute chaos. Hey, studies are more important than the race, man. So I don't have that against you. I perfectly understand. But to say the least, the race was pretty special. And quite honestly, I'm not even gonna spoil it for you because yeah. Yeah, the first game after Oblivion that I'm gonna release, it's gonna be Dead Space Remake. At least the very first playthrough of it, and the impossible difficulty playthrough. And maybe after that I'm gonna release the Formula 1 season. By that time I should be done with it, because I already have the thumbnails ready for that. I need to create some thumbnails for the Dead Space remake, though.
Fantastic first season last year, giving his teammate Damon Hill a real run for his money in the championship battle. This year, all eyes will be on the French-Canadian as he continues his Formula 1 campaign.
Please don't rain. Please, boss, don't rain. The cloudy weather can stay like this as long as it doesn't rain. I really want Imola to be in the full sun.
Race order. In first place, Williams #1. In second position, Michael Schumacher. In third position, Gerhard Berger. In fourth place, Heinz Harald Frentzen. In fifth, Eddie Irvine. In sixth place, Mika Häkkinen.
We're still waiting for the confirmation about the Cyberpunk 2077 DLC, and you know,
Since Frank
it's
Williams
already
first
March and we
bought
hear
his
nothing.
team in 1970,
We only know that the
he's
DLC is
taken
going to
them
be
from
very, very
relative
big, and that's
obscurity
it.
at the back of the grid through to their first championship win in 1980 and on to be one of the consistently major
No,
players
rain,
of the last 17
no, I don't
years.
want rain.
He's also had to endure his share of
Hey, Red.
tragedy in recent years, but he's overcome the setbacks to take 8 Constructors' Championships.
How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you.
Ferrari.
See, Red, yeah, Dragon Knight City looks different. Also, the clear races are got expanded. Very, very expanded. Do okay, work stuff? Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I'm well too. I'm gonna give you a shout out a little bit later, considering that, well, I have both my hands just busy with driving. Yep, new clay racing mod. The expansion of the currently existing. But the thing is, you get back in time to 1997 and you drive the Formula 1 vehicle. Yeah, we're gonna brake on this one. When it comes to the lapping, it's actually a better idea to brake on that chicane and then try overtake. Safety first. Rain, no. Rain, why are you doing this to me? Oh well, if it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. I prefer to drive in this. Oh my god. My voice just freaking cracked. I still prefer to drive in the sun when it comes to some other tracks, and this is one of them.
And yes, if I look outside the commentary box, there are definitely a few drops of rain beginning to fall. Race order. In first place, Williams number 1.
No, not gonna
In
overtake over
second
here.
place,
That's too risky.
Gerhard Berger. In third, Heinz Harold Frentzen. 4th, Eddie Irvine. In 5th,
Not gonna overtake here
Michael
too.
Schumacher.
That's also way too
In
risky.
6th place, Mika
I'm gonna
Häkkinen.
take opportunity here though. Minardi have actually behaved very sportsmanlike, and on every occasion he decided to let me through, leaving me enough space to brake, leaving me enough space to run past. That was very nice. And take a look at that. Frentzen actually have taken the second place. Now it's hopefully he's gonna defend that, because that's gonna mean 16 points for the team.
The lap times are beginning to get slower now as the drivers have to pick their way more carefully through this damp circuit.
Yeah, 1-2 finally. Full Williams banner. Then again, we don't know because I don't know how long it's gonna take for Frenton to stay in the pit stop while he's gonna change his tires. Nobody really knows.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
Not yet. That was the first warning that I'm basically gonna lose the grip in my tires if I'm gonna basically push. Okay, Frenton is at 3rd place. That doesn't matter. It's still pretty good. He lost the 2nd place while he was going to the pits, but he still keeps the 3rd place, and that's great. Podium. There is going to be a good time to go to the pits, but just not right now. Pole position in the arcade, yeah. That pole position game actually rings a bell. Oh boy, oh boy. I think I've seen it like once in my life.
In first, Williams #1. In second, Michael Schumacher. In 3rd place, Heinz-Harald Frentzen. In 4th, Gerhard Berger.
Yeah, see that little cloud behind the opposite, behind the other cars? That means the weather is gonna get worse.
Mika Hakkinen.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
I think I saw it only once when I was like, I think 15, when I was having a vacation over the sea. There was this old arcade building. Probably one of the remaining ones. No, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm going for the wets right now as we speak. Because right now my car is actually going to start losing grip on every corner if I'm gonna take it too fast, so... And then if I'm gonna wait even longer, I'm gonna lose the entire power, and the maximum gear that I'm gonna be able to push, it might be even 4th, and that's it. I'm not gonna be able to go faster than maybe 215 kilometers an hour.
And he crosses the white line into the pit.
That actually allows me to give a shout out to Red. So I'm gonna take that golden opportunity.
To 75 miles per hour.
The team's been practicing this over and over again until it's perfect. Not a bad stop.
It's 4.1 second, not bad. But now with the wet situation, I need to brake pretty much on every corner. Because I'm driving V10, that means I am more prone to the wheel spin.
Slower than in the drive.
And now my lap times are gonna be also slower by 27 seconds. So that pretty much adds additional half of the distance to the race per lap. Or well, half of the distance of a race in total, but half of the lap per lap. Maybe not even half of the lap, because my fastest is 119, so it would be like 1/3. Don't really have a lot of place to overtake or lap other drivers, sadly. I need to show a little bit of patience.
These sort of conditions may be extremely difficult, but they do bring out the best in the drivers. Approximately a quarter of the race distance covered so far.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overtake it over here. That would be a loss of a front wing if I would push it. When I see Zauber just suddenly going left-right like this, okay, I'm being too slow now. Okay, Zauber, what are you doing? Are you letting me pass, or are you going to be a pain in the dick? Yeah, he's gonna be a pain in the dick.
The race leader, Williams, number 1. Second, Michael Schumacher. Third, Heights Harold Franson.
Hey, Sodium.
In 4th place, Gerhard Berger. 5th, Eddie Irvine. In 6th, Mika Häkkinen.
Yeah, thankfully he let me pass through on the finish line. He should do that earlier, but fine. That was a blue flag waiting to get waved. Who knows, maybe the weather is gonna change for the better. I really want for the weather to change. It's a very early stage of the race and I'm already over 40 seconds ahead of a second place. Let me remind you guys that I'm playing on the hardest difficulty of the game. Expert, which is the highest difficulty of the game that is achievable. What? Okay, Prost. Okay, Prost. That's a blue flag right there because he almost pushed me into the freaking grass. Yeah, that's not worth it. I'd rather wait for my chance at the finish line to take them one at a time. Rather than push right now and we both are gonna go out of the track with severe damages to the front or to the back.
Race order. In first place, Williams number 1. In second place, Michael Schumacher.
Not enough
In
space.
third, Heitz Harold Frentzen. In fourth, Gerhard Berger. In fifth position, Eddie Irvine. In sixth, Mika Hakkinen.
Benetton, what are you trying to do? There's a corner like right over there. Well, never mind. He actually managed to push the Prost. That was pretty neat. That's actually pretty great. Okay, sir. Let's play it your way then. What is the Benetton doing? Is he like trying to impress me or something? He's definitely charging. He right now overtook one of the Jordans. And he's gaining time too. That's actually pretty damn impressive. I'm here just, you know, trying to drive as safe as possible. But whoever is driving in that Benetton, he's like aggressive, just pushing and pushing and pushing.
We're coming up to a third of the way through the race now.
Double first place? No, not really, but I'm close over there. If I'm gonna see a Schumacher, then yes.
Drivers having problems with cramp. All the teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised upward.
Okay, that was a sudden break.
I'm looking at the race order now. In first, Williams number 1.
Can I?
In
Yeah, I
second
should be
place,
able to. Easy.
Michael Schumacher. In third place, Heights Harold Frenson. In fourth,
Or not.
Gerhard
Whoa.
Berger. In fifth, Eddie Irvine.
Alright, regain the control. That was pretty
In
spicy.
sixth position, Mika
Gonna have to
Häkkinen.
deal with Benetton again, sadly.
One of the problems the drivers have to contend with is visibility. Their visors get very dirty out on the track. Every 5 laps or so they'll need to give it a wipe to keep it clear with the back of their glove or their sleeve. Of course, when it gets really difficult to see, they can peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
Alright, there we go. That was much better. My car is being just understeers for some reason. I think I'm losing concentration because of something. I don't know why. Okay, my brain is definitely going places right now. I don't know. I don't understand that. Like, I'm thinking about different things right now. I'm not focused, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to regain that focus.
I'm looking at the race order now. In first, Williams number 1. In second place, Michael Schumacher. In third place, Heights Harold Frenson. In fourth place, Gerhard Berger. In fifth place, Eddie Irvine. In sixth position, Mika Häkkinen.
Okay, that's one of the Zaubers in front. I really do hope it's not gonna rain for the rest of the race. And again, the race is still young. It's only like maybe
two of the great innovators in car design,
1/3 of it, so the weather might
oval
change.
air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes.
Yeah, we're starting to see Ferraris, so this is probably Eddie Irvine. The Schumacher, once he reached the second position, he's not letting go. Not even Frentzen could overtake him.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, Whiskey. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. I mean, since 1994, I would also had my reasons to not really like Imola. For obvious reasons. Okay, Minardi, what's your decision letting me pass? Thank you. That was very nice. Nope, that was Irvine. Schumacher is number 2nd. He's 44 seconds behind me, so before I will be able to lap him, he would probably have to go to the pit stop for me to do that.
Number 1. Second, Michael Schumacher. In third,
Because I'm not going into the pit stop unless it's going to be 5 more laps. I'm going on 31 and I'm going to tank the car for the next 32 laps.
In 6th position, Mika Häkkinen.
Yeah, that's too risky. 2 cars in front. I think that was a little bit rude of me. Almost got right into his wing and I forced him to brake, which also allows that Tyrrell behind him to overtake. But again, technically speaking, when it comes to the video game, the worst engine, the slowest car that you can get is actually Tyrrell. Yeah, Irvine fought for the championship so hard that his own team did not want him since freaking Melbourne. You know, despite the fact that he gained several points for the team Ferrari, but they didn't care. They did not want Eddie Irvine in the team. It's kind of like Prost and Shinji Nakano. Prost have focused full power on Oliver Panis. Every special training, anything like that, Oliver have been given. And Shinji Nakano got left behind, and that pretty much explains why he performed so poorly. Because Shinji Nakano himself was not really that bad of a driver, at least when it comes to driving in his own country, in Formula Nippon. Because I think he won the championship in Japan. But then again, Shinji Nakano also did not drive for very long, like how many seasons he had in Formula 1. I think the last time he was driving was 1999, that's it. And he was jumping from team to team. Kind of like Jarno Trulli as well. Only thing is, Jarno Trulli have actually showed the talent while he was with the Prost. Which allowed him to survive for long enough to actually join Jordan in later years. And instead of the running, he got the chance. Maybe you might be right on that one. Hard for me to say. I don't really have a solid opinion about that.
Race order. Williams.
But it's kind of a weird thing when it comes to like Japanese.
Height.
Hold up. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. It was my controller that have unplugged itself when I was moving. Sorry about that. The same kind of thing with Yukio Katayama. Like, he was with Minardi for maybe one season. And he was like, he didn't reach any form of success in Formula 1. But then he moved to a freaking Le Mans racing and he just started scoring stuff. Le Mans in GD1 class with the TO20 in 98 and 99. Hey, you cannot win in Formula 1, you go for anything else. I would say it's actually a shame that Formula E got retired right now for the next 2 years. Because it's definitely an interesting thing to look at. Definitely more expensive because there's no actual refueling, you have to change the cars. You have to have 4 to 5 cars per race available in Formula E, because you do not pit stop and charge the battery or refuel. You have to change the car because charging the battery takes so freaking long. That's true. That's sadly pretty true. But something tells me that that even as a Formula One, we are slowly going to move to the electric engines, the electric drives. It's gonna be unavoidable because, for example, the United States are going out of the regular, like normal cars that we know, and I think by 2025 or by 2035. I don't know how it's gonna work in Europe though. I don't have a driving license, and don't really have any interest in that. Only in games though. Alright, we are pitting on this lap.
We're at about half distance at this point.
Saved. We're good. We are not good. But yeah, I do believe that switch to electric engines is gonna be unavoidable eventually.
Race order. Williams #1. Michael Schumacher. Heinz Harald Frentzen. Gerhard
Not really
Berger.
hoping for it because I'm gonna miss the regular engines with the V8s and the high RPM.
I imagine that this will be his only stop. We'll know when we see how long refueling takes.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane. It's a slow stop.
It was 10 seconds, but no change for the front or back wing, and we only done the refueling. And that was scary. Okay, that was Frentzen just almost driving right into my side. I would say that this is a pretty chill race.
Are you okay?
And there goes the... Yeah, we got a problem. We got an engine failure. Gonna have to pit in again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna allow the Benetton to move forward as well, because I'm slower anyway.
He's hit Berger.
And that's front wing. Well, at least Berger have managed to last more than in his actual race in 1997.
That damage he has to the nose will mean a new front wing, I expect.
Absolute clockwork precision from the pit crew. The team will have wanted to get him away faster than
he
that.
did not finish. He went onto the grass and stalled his engine, I think. It was his 200th race. He even got a reward for that right before the race have started. And Damon Hill have started the race from the pits because he had his own weird idea about how to approach the race in general, which, well, it did not work for him because for the most of the race he was on the last position, and I don't even know, no, he did not even finish the race, if I recall correctly. Hill did not even finish the race. So it was definitely a rotten luck for him.
The design of the cars this year have meant that the teams have had to include a deformable structure behind the gearbox to protect the
There was a lot of
unfinished
races
Ferrari did this last year
on Imola in
they've
'97.
already overcome most of the problems.
So mani cars have
excessive
actually did not finish that.
vibration,
Uki
which can
Katayama
crack
have
the
finished
rear wing.
14th. And he was the last guy.
Race order. Williams #1. Michael Schumacher. Heitz Harold Frentzen. Gerhard Berger.
Yeah, Jacques Villeneuve had a very rotten luck at the beginning of the championship. No, I'm pretty sure that he did not finish Melbourne. He managed to win Buenos Aires despite the fact that he was sick. And I cannot remember on the spot if Jacques Villeneuve have actually won or even finished the Imola race. Like, I really can't remember. There was so many DNFs at Imola in '97. And of course, Lola Ford that was basically DNF since Melbourne.
The high side pods on the car and the large turning vanes, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grills during the normal course of a race.
All the drivers from Lola Ford have actually moved to other teams to be test drivers.
In the radiator's
The
efficiency.
only opportunity for the Lola racing team to show up their teeth, and they failed it right before the Melbourne even started. There was also another team in '97 that did not even move towards testing, but I don't remember its name. There definitely was one team more. So if everything would go correctly, you would have 26 cars on the grid. Yeah, Lola did not even got 107% of the best qualifying time. Yeah, they flopped very, very hard. It was kind of the same situation, kinda. Keyword kinda. Kind of same situation with the Yamaha Arrows. But the thing is, Yamaha Arrows have put all the faith in Damon Hill, but they were at least competitive and they managed to drive and finish races most of the time. Not necessarily in the podium, unless we count the Silverstone and also in 97. But at least they managed to finish it. Even if Pedro Diniz, you know, he was not really the greatest driver, but he definitely had a lot of money because later he even invested in the pros in like late 90s. I think you meant to say that the burger hit me in the back wing. Yeah, it's slightly tilted. You know, all those investors and not much have changed. It's also pretty sad to see how Williams was one of those leading teams in the 90s that could fight with Ferrari, and now Williams is pretty much a back of the grid, not even a mid-tier team. It is pretty sad in my opinion. My right forearm is actually hurting for some reason. Burger King. Graham Burger. Okay, I'm not gonna do my teammate dirty. I'm not gonna do him like that. I was actually tempted to change some names in this game, because you can. Some names being a little bit inappropriate. but I would not do that. No. I would not be that mean. I can only hope that my brain is not gonna start slipping when I'm gonna be driving in Monte Carlo. Because Monte Carlo is the type of track that requires maximum focus. And you better know I better start from the first place on that track. Because starting anywhere from 5th position in back, it's basically a horror story. Especially on the first corner, on the first little mini chicane that is over there. Dear God. And God forsake raining in Monaco. God forsake have that happening.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Heitz Harold Frentzen. Gerhard Berger. I've said it so many times before, Martin, but I'll say it again. Catching is one thing, passing is quite another.
Yeah, we're gonna do the I think Barcelona happens immediately after Monte Carlo in this game. The one track that is actually happening that did not happen in real life is Estoril, I think, because it's a Portuguese Grand Prix. I'm not sure if I pronounce it properly because right now I don't have the name in front of my eyes. But yeah, Estoril is definitely happening in this game. Estoril, there we go. I always mispronounce that one. So it's on me. It's an L that I'm willing to take. Can I? Kinda. Managed to squeeze in. At the cost of Stuart Ford not being able to take the Yamaha arrows. The McLaren being right behind him, right in front of him, actually.
This Grand Prix.
Now the McLaren is right behind me. And that's a 2/3 of the race complete. 21 laps ahead. See Jordan in front, and he also got a pretty banked up rear wing. What's with all the guys that have banked up rear wings? Even my back wing is a little bit tilted. But then again, Berger have decided to be like, hehe, tag, you're it.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher, Heinz Harald Frentzen, Gerhard Berger.
There are definitely some other veterans of this game that would say, hey, you're driving the overpowered car. I wouldn't say that this is the most overpowered car. I have chosen to drive as a Williams, and I decided to replace Jacques Villeneuve mostly because, due to copyright reasons, full name and the face of Jacques Villeneuve, even as much as distorted as it would be, it was not... Basically, the copyright have been issued, and Jacques Villeneuve have not shown up his face or his name. So I simply decided to take the name, just rename the driver, and that's it. If I was really trying to go for like being absolutely overpowered, I would pick up Ferrari. Like legitimately, Ferrari in this game has so much grip and can gain so much speed. It's like absolutely remarkable. I also do believe that in this game, Ferrari is being kind of like more favorited car, even for the AI perspective. Because not only you get much more grip and much more speed in the Ferrari, but also on the other side, the commentators, the Murray Walker talks a lot more about Ferrari than about any other team or any other driver. Like, I think Eddie Irvine has like maybe 2 or 3 lines, but Michael Schumacher has like almost a full minute of dialogue. But then again, on the other side, I do believe that Michael Schumacher actually deserves it.
When you're driving a Formula 1 car, you cannot be tense. You're strapped in, you feel every movement, you're part of the car, and if you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
Oh, thanks, Martin. It's very easy to do that in the rain. But also another guy just splashes you in the face all the time. Easy for you to say. Okay, I don't know why is my right forearm hurting. But it's not a good type of pain.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher.
It's a very uncomfortable type of pain.
Gerhard Berger.
All the years of gaming are finally calling in. think I actually need to stretch the arm a little bit. I think that's what is required. I'm gonna do it on... I cannot go to the pits. I might need to try to do it on the straight at the finish line, if there's gonna be nobody to overtake.
This is the final quarter of the race.
That's a little bit better.
What was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, that was a heart attack, thank you. And that's a second engine malfunction. Well, at least I'm gonna have a reason to stop at a pit stop and stretch my arm a little bit more. And drink some tea as well. Yeah. Trust me, I also hate that because there's like no announcement. It's like actually no announcement, just scream. My apologies for that, guys. Sadly, I can even provide something like a sound option. If I were to return the CD volume to like 0 or lower, basically the announcement and the commentary is all added to CD volume. So if I would turn that down, we'll also turn down Murray Walker and Martin Brundle at the same time. So that would suck, in other words.
And he crosses the white line into the pit, down to 75 miles per hour.
Absolute clockwork precision from the pit crew.
Damn, that's almost 12 seconds.
Not a good stop there.
These guys were probably bullying that rear wing. Would imagine from a racing game to be a horror game. You know, maybe if that guy would like go away from the microphone for like, let me 5 additional centimeters, maybe that would be more digestible. But on the other hand, when you drive in rain, you would not notice that smoke coming out of the engine. Because it would be all covered by the cloud of water.
Michael Schumacher, Gerhard Berger, Heinz Harald Frentzen.
Too much radio effect in the voice. When it comes to regular commentary, I'm okay with that. To have a clean voice while also hearing the commentary of Martin Brundle and Murray Walker, that's perfectly fine with me. The guy is announcing that is like you need to change refuel, change your tires, anything like that. Yeah.
Fuel load, as in the aviation industry, is measured in kilos, not liters, and is precisely calculated to give optimum.
If I could mute that or change that, I would, but it's a PlayStation game, and pretty much to modify a PlayStation game, you would have to recreate the entire game. It would be a different ISO at that point. Just like it happens with Ace Combat 3, the Nemo project. To make the mod workable with the PlayStation 1, they had to recreate the entire game. Whatever's happening in front of me, that looks like a recipe for a very quick freaking disaster on the track. So I'm just not even gonna push it too much. Also, let's not forget about the fact that in the PlayStation era, sound design was suffering a little bit in most of the games. Like, you had more space than in an example of like a Nintendo 64 cartridge, but you still had to put the basically, you know, limitations on something. If it's not graphics, you're gonna put limitations on the sound design and the sound quality. But you know, that's basically game development in the 90s. You work with what you can, and you utilize what you can to make the game look the best to the abilities of the developer. Yeah, I think I have found a relatively safe bet when it comes to this championship season. 2 races per stream is a good number, because I can already see it's almost 6:30 p.m. where I live. So the race is gonna last for like additional 30 minutes, and I would have only 2 hours left to finish the entire Monaco race, which would not happen, because Monaco is a longest race in the entire game because of how many laps you have to complete over there. I think Monaco has 78 laps in total. No, actually the longest is Spa. It takes the longest to complete.
Williams,
because one lap in Spa during sunny weather is 1 minute and 45 seconds, give or take. But the thing is, you only have to go through 44 laps of the race, so it's not really as bad as it seems. Well, Berger have gained the 3rd position, Frentzen is on the 4th. So it's gonna be, I think, 13 points for the team, which is still not bad. But it also seems that the rest of the race we are going to go through a very, very strong,
these things can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5.
very strong and continuous rain. 11 laps to complete the race. And we're gonna see if we manage to score a 4th victory in the row. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna pack myself inside of a dam because that was a recipe for either me losing losing the rear wing, or for him to lose his front wing, and I do not really want that to happen. You know, this game is still better than Formula 1 98, though. But then, when you think about it, there's not really a lot of games that are better than Formula 1 98. Which I think, till this day, remains as one of the worst in the series. Period. Even I, a person who actually owns that game, I'm refusing to play it. It's just bad. Oh, it is really bad. It's highly inconsistent driving. Very highly inconsistent driving. That was its major problem. And everything was looking more arcadey than what you have over here, which is more of a simulator vibe. The entire Formula 1 was more arcadey, nothing was taken that seriously. Nine laps left.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Gerhard Berger. Heinz Harald Frentzen.
They have to concentrate on two things: trying to pass the car in front and trying to keep the car behind at bay.
Is that Schumacher? Or am I lapping Irvine for the second time? Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. Okay, yeah, the helmet did not even show up. So I don't even know. Well, he didn't went out of the track, so it might be Schumacher. Or maybe no, it might be actually Irvine, because he's on the 6th place and got lapped twice, and that's one of the Benettons. One of the Benettons with a severe engine malfunction. He might not be able to finish this race. He's already driving very, very, very slowly. So I don't think he's gonna be able to get to the pit stop at this stage. I love stuttering when I'm trying to say a single sentence. I really do.
Of course, as the laps go on, these little potential opportunities that are not really on become greater and greater in their minds. Sooner or later, someone's going to think, I can do it, have a lunge, and the chances are they won't be able to, and end up tangling with the car in front or even going into the barrier.
I'm going to safely assume that it was John Lazy. Not Sean, but John. Ugh. Seven laps left in the race. And the weather doesn't change. I truly hope that this entire season that I'm doing right over here, it's not gonna be a situation of, hey look, we're gonna slap you with 3 laps of sun, and then we're gonna change into the rain for the rest of the race. I can drive in the rain, I don't mind that. It's basically... I think driving constantly in the rain would be just boring, that's all there is to it. Yep, that's... I think that was John Lazy, because right now in the 6th place you have Olivier Panis. And it seems like he is going to gain 1 additional point for the Prost team, assuming he's gonna finish the race. I really doubt I will be able to double Schumacher in this race. Then again, doubling a Ferrari car on their home circuit, that must be embarrassing.
They just touched, I think. There doesn't seem to be any damage.
You've got quite a lot of damage there. Do you want to come in?
Okay. Yeah, my probably one of the elements of my front suspension got severely damaged in that touch. 5 laps before the end of the race, and Arrows Yamaha does me dirty. Oh, now you're letting me through. Thanks. Should think about that a little bit earlier, asshole.
The team will almost certainly use this stop to replace his front wing. The mechanics are working on the damage as fast as they can.
I wonder how fast the how fast. I wonder how loud is that guy that tells me to go to the pits or informs me about any form of damage.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher, Heitz Harold Frentzen, Gerhard Berger.
Got 4 laps left. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be able to catch Schumacher. Okay, Mr. Arozimaha, are you gonna do me dirty again? Okay, something got into my right eye. Or at least it was something.
Only 3 laps to go.
Everything shows up to the fact, not to the fact, everything is turning out to be that we are going to have a 4th race in a row that's going to be a victory. But sometime in the future I'm definitely going to do a second playthrough of this game. But I'm gonna, I think, raise the bar a little bit when it comes to the challenge. And by that I mean I would not take the Williams car, I would take a different car, and I would ignore practice and qualifying sessions. And drive from the back of the grid all the way to the first, or whatever position I would be allowed to get at that point.
We're into the second to last lap.
Well, second to last lap for me. For everybody, well, they might be reaching 60 right now.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Heinz Harald Frentzen. Gerhard Berger.
What the hell is happening in front of me over there? There's like 1, 2, 3. Like at least 6 cars right in front of me, all in one row. Yeah, it's exactly 6 cars. And one of them is a Benetton. Yeah, I'm gonna say this much. I really want to finish this race without losing my front wing, so I'm gonna be the slow guy. I have absolutely no reason to rush. We got this race in our pockets. We won. I don't even see much of a reason for me to start overtaking these guys. I can now just, tag along. Throw a turtle shell. And that's a victory.
He
Fourth.
takes the chicken flag. What a superb race.
4th race in a row. 4th victory. We are doing very, very good. Thank you for the GGs. I hope I disabled the music. I think I did. Okay, so I finished the entire race in 1 hour, 38 minutes, 42 seconds. Schumacher was 1 minute 36 behind, which is not really true. Frentzen and Berger got lapped at least once, and Panis and Irvine got lapped 2 times. I'm gonna drive Beast for the next race. I'm already a Beast. And I have the fastest lap with 1 minute 19 and 0.27. After 4 rounds, I have 40 points. Michael Schumacher has 24, Berger has 9, John Alesi at 8 points, Frentzen with 6 points, and Irvine with 5. which gives my team Williams 46 points, Ferrari at 29 points, Benetton at 17, Jordan at 6, Prost with 5 points, and McLaren with the single point so far. I would say that right now I'm in a very comfortable position that even if I'm gonna lose one race, either my car is gonna malfunction or I'm not gonna be able to finish the race for any other reason, I'm safe. I can lose 10 points. I can lose one race. It's not a problem. But yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna say, I don't know why my forearm, this entire forearm over here just started hurting all of a sudden. But it was a good race. It was pretty much practice session. Basically was a challenge of just beating my own record, which we managed to do that. Qualifying was also beating the record and also making sure that I'm gonna stay at the first place, and we managed to do that. And the race basically started from the beginning till the end, starting from first and ending first as well, with Schumacher actually still keeping, he was keeping up. He was keeping quite well. Okay, let's see how much time do I have. Yeah, 2 races a day, it seems to be a good thing to do, because practice and qualifying, that is already 30 minutes, and race lasts for at least 1 hour and 30, 1 hour and 40, depends on basically the distance of a race and how many laps. And Monte Carlo has the largest amount of them, because it has 78 laps. So that's probably the longest race. I mean, the other one is an Hungaroring, that's 77 laps, but Monte Carlo has the largest amount. Also, it's the most dangerous race because it's all in the streets. Actually, what I can do is I can save the game over here, save the state on the number 4. There we go. But yeah, for people on YouTube, thank you guys very much for watching. That was the end of round 4. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Subscribe, ring the bell, slap the like, and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna see you guys at the round 5 at Monte Carlo.